So I have a TikTok that's gone kind of viral for me lately. And the reason is because people have been searching for a definition for DNR, a do not resuscitate order. There's one video in particular that kind of started this snowball effect of a nurse who is crying, and there's a text on the screen that says that she was sad because she could have saved this man's life, but she had to watch him die because he had a DNR. And I'm conflicted. I'm so conflicted because on one aspect, I'm super grateful. Like, if you found me because of this video, hi, welcome, thank you. Thank you for seeking it out. Thank you for all of the comments, the shares, the new followers that I got on TikTok because of it. Thank you very much. And then I felt empathetic for the nurse because I've been in that position before. I was a nurse. I was a CNA for a long time before I became a nurse. And I'm a death doula now. In some instances, like, we're human, we have connections with people, and we can't help it all of the time. They tell you in nursing training and even CNA training, you're not supposed to have favorites and things of that nature, but we're human beings. Like, we can't help the fact that we connect more strongly with some people than we do others. We can't help it. So I understand, like, I can empathize with the way that she's feeling. I've cried for patients, I've cried with patients, I've grieved patients that I've lost. So I understand that. But the fact that we're crying because he had a DNR and there's nothing that you could do to prolong his life kind of defeats the purpose of having a DNR. Like, the whole reason of having a DNR is because you don't want to be saved. You don't want any attempts to be saved. So, like, crying because you had to uphold a patient's wishes, that's what's messing with me. I just don't like that thought. I think that we really need to come around to accepting the fact that, and this is going to be hard for some people to hear, sometimes life sucks, and sometimes death is a blessing. Like, most people I know do not come to the decision to sign a DNR lightly. These are either people who are advanced in age, whose bodies probably haven't been working very well for a long time, or their cognitive decline is increasing. They're not people who are healthy, like, thriving. There's something going on if a DNR is signed, right? These are people don't sign DNRs without considerable consideration. In most cases, I'm sure there are some exceptions. I've just never personally seen one. Like, these people are either really old or really sick. And I just don't like that people have such a hard time accepting that someone would just rather die than have to have medical interventions to continue to fight when they feel in their spirit that they're done. Because it takes a lot to get to that point for most people. Like, it takes a lot to get to that point. Sometimes a body has just had enough and it's time to let go. Sometimes a spirit has just had enough, and it takes so much to get to that point. Most people, most all of us, when we come to the end of our lives, will want more time. Most of us, if we have to face our own mortality, or we're faced with a terminal illness of some kind, or cancer, or some other type of prolonged disease process, most of us are going to fight until we have no other option, or we're just exhausted. So when someone comes to the point where they've accepted death, acceptance is actually one of the key components of having a good and peaceful death. Like, it takes a lot for people to get to a place of acceptance. So the fact that there's so much turmoil from other people when someone gets there, that part rubs me the wrong way. We have to start respecting people's rights to choose. We have to. It's not our decision. As a nurse, if someone decides that they don't want to fight anymore, if someone decides that they don't want to take the chance at their advanced age or disease process, they don't want CPR, which only has like a 20% success rate. Not negating, CPR is wonderful. CPR does save lives, but not as many as we think. And sometimes, especially with old people, it just hurts them at the end. Sometimes even young people, if they're not able to keep a heart going in the best situation or circumstances, i.e. in an ICU room where they've got a crash cart and they have all of the tools and medications to jumpstart a heart, if you will, the chances of success are still not that high. Do we need to try? Yes. Should we fight when there's hope? Yes. Should we fight until when? Until the patient says stop. And when the patient says stop, we need to respect it. There's no reason to cry for that. Cry for the family. Grieve for the grief that they're feeling. But don't cry because someone signed a DNR. Because a DNR is the literal definition of, or the medical definition of, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Okay? There are things that are worse than death. And we have the right to choose when we want to die. That's all. Argue with me in the comments. It's fine. Love you.